Getting a lot of questions about COVID-19 as things constantly change here in New Hampshire and around the world.
So we did ask you to send in your questions for the governor. As you can see, we are keeping a social distance here. We hope you're doing that at home as well. We want to get right to your questions, as many as possible tonight. Tom.
Nice to have you, Governor. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you.
And I guess so we got a ton of them tonight, and we've been doing this last week and this week, and people really appreciate the answers.
Absolutely. And look, we try to answer everything we can, and if we can't, we always try to get back to folks if we.
So here's your first one. There's a post going around on social media that says students will have to repeat their grade next year. Is that true?
No, it is absolutely not true. I saw a very ill-timed April Fool's joke on social media. No, we are not making any announcements that kids have to repeat their school. Again, remote learning is going phenomenally in the state of New Hampshire, but this social media post saying kids had to repeat their grade next year is absolutely not true.
So that's good. So we got a lot of questions about the unemployment situation, including this one from Carissa. I waited on hold for 40 minutes for unemployment for them to say someone would call me back that same day. That was 2 days ago. They are coming up with are they coming up with an easier system?
So the system, it's getting overwhelmed, right? So unfortunately, we apologize for folks who are having to wait online, or I should say on the phone. I think we're doubling the size of our helpline, that 271-7700 helpline. We're getting more people in there to actually provide one-on-one service. The upgrade to the internet system, where people actually provide their applications, that has gone much better and much smoother. The first checks are going out. That's the good news. We have something like 60 to 70,000 people now in just 10 days have applied for unemployment insurance, given that we've vastly expanded those who can apply. They're applying for it. Those checks are starting to go out. So we appreciate people's patience, but we're constantly trying to upgrade the system and, more importantly, get more people on the front lines to help those and cut down on those wait times.
This might be along that same line, and perhaps you've answered it from Melanie. Is there going to be any help for those whose unemployment claims are taking too long to finalize? There are concerns shared by others that they have been denied.
Well, the average unemployment finalization period has always been about 7 to 10 days, and I think we're still holding to that. I know a lot of folks who came into the system just about 10 days ago when the first kind of real push, strong push started to come. I'm sure there's people are anxious. They're expecting their checks the next day, but I believe the 7 to 10 day wait period is still intact and applies.
And one more on unemployment from Brenda asking, why does unemployment look back to 2018 for what you made and earned and not use what you are making now?
I don't know, to be honest. Yeah, that would be one for probably the folks at Employment Security, so I'm not sure exactly what metrics they use.
What about those who have no job because of being non-essential business receive an extra $600 in unemployment, and those who are at risk working for essential businesses get their paycheck? Unemployment is 2 to 3 times more than most paychecks here in the North Country.
You know, that is a dynamic in the fact that, we love that the federal government has provided all this extra money into folks that are now on unemployment, given if they've been displaced because of the coronavirus. It is effectively the equivalent of making $18 to $20 an hour. So we understand that those that are making less than that can be in different situations, but unemployment is those that are being forced out of a job, that are being forced into some very, very difficult times, a very different situation. And frankly, those who have a job, those businesses are fighting hard to make sure that they can sustain themselves. We'll have some, for those businesses who, again, we're trying to encourage them to stay online, given that the federal government is going to be providing a lot of stimulus help that we can then hopefully fast track to individuals. We're just waiting for guidance from the Department of Treasury and those funds to be released sometime in the next few weeks. As soon as they're released, we'll have a process to get folks the help they need on the business side of things, and as well, obviously, the unemployment opportunities available for those who have been forced out of a job.
Okay, very good. Stay right there. We're going to be back to Governor Sununu 3 different times during this program. We'll be back with much more in just a moment.